I want you to imagine an infinite desert. And within this endless landscape, imagine that certain grains of sand are light and others are dark. So that as this is an infinite desert, we must also imagine that it contains all possible finite arrangements of those dark and light grains. Thus, we might further envision how merely by chance the lighter grains have arranged themselves into a stunningly beautiful, highly detailed geometric shape in one special location. Now, out of this desert, a creature has evolved, whose senses only allow her to perceive the lighter grains of sand, and as such, she only experiences the striking shape. She knows of no desert. As far as she is concerned, the mesmerizing shape floats upon an ocean of total emptiness. Now, if this creature were intelligent enough, she could still deduce much about this shape. She might even trace its history to a point where she could even theorize an origin. The fact is, she could do all of this while remaining entirely unaware of those darker grains. And though the shape is technically real from within her perspective, we, as outside observers, must also appreciate that it does not exist in any ultimate sense beyond her observation. Because if there were another creature whose evolutionary path had enabled it to see no difference between the light and dark grains, then the shape and its history would lose all relevance. Though its structure is not necessarily an illusion, the story of the lighter grains are nonetheless engulfed by the more complex story of the surrounding desert. What this coarsely demonstrates is that we can never be entirely sure of what information we aren't being made privy to, nor what aspects of reality exist beyond our senses. But it gets weirder, because as the desert is infinite, there would inevitably have to be an infinite repetition of this pattern, as well as an infinite series of similar geometric shapes. Though even if our first creature could know in some way beyond our reasoning of the entire infinite collection of light-grained shapes, there would still be an infinite number of unknowns remaining. The point here is that even after we have access to an infinity of information, we may still be infinitely unaware. Though it also shows how we are able to build coherent stories about structures in our world, which may offer relative truths, even if, in actuality, the structure itself has no absolute identity beyond the subjective abstraction. If you enjoyed that and you would like to see the entire episode, it's live right at the moment, or you can head over to our homepage and have a look at the rest of the story that has unfolded across the last year. Otherwise, much love, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. See ya.